Hi there VC, it's Steve Whitty here again, and following up from the video I put out yesterday with the Vinyl Hall Volley 80. This is volume 81. This is sort of continuing from my success I had in the pound bins, and so you've got a bit of a background on what this video is about. So without further ado, Grace Jones Nightclubbing. This has got Pull Up to the Bumper, a version of Demolition Man. I'm looking at when this album came out. 1981. Grace Jones is very popular. Singles wise, to get hold of the 1980 album. Very iconic looking. Next, Shaved Fish John Lennon. Sort of greatest hits collection that came out in 1975 on the Apple label, and as it says, it really is. It's called Shaved Fish Collectible Lennon. It's sort of like it signified the end of his 70s period. It was at this point he decided to take a break from music, bring up Sean, bake bread, whatever, just reconnect with the world, I suppose. You see, got Give Peace a Chance, Cold Turkey, Instant Karma, Power to the People, Mother, Woman is the Nigger of the World, Imagine, Whatever Gets You Through the Night, Mind Games, Number 9 Dream, Happy Christmas, War is Over, and then you've got Give Peace a Chance reprise at the end. And I apologise if I used the N word on there, but it's on the title of the song, and it's a title. It was used. Marshall Hayne. Free Ride. This came out in 1978. Marshall Hayne. The best known track on here is the single, a bit of a one-hit wonder, Dancing in the City. It's very, how can I describe it? Yeah. It reminds me of being sort of like, it is a summer record. Sort of sticky summer. Just reminds me of that. On the Harvest label, which is quite unusual, but a bit of a one-hit wonder, sort of soon disappeared afterwards. I'm not really sure how well the album did, and there's the back cover. This I'm really pleased to find, and I had a few comments when someone, and as this got shown, Modern Lovers Live, released in 1977. It's got Egyptian reggae on it, which was a hit single for the Modern Lovers. I'm really pleased to have this. I'm looking forward to listening to this. I'm a little airplane, hey there, little insect. Egyptian reggae, Ice Cream Man, I'm a little dinosaur. My little cocoon and hacken, South American folk song, New England, The Morning of Our Lives. There's the band on the back. Yeah, really happy to have that. Also really happy to find some Van Morrison. This is Beautiful Vision. This came out in 1982, I believe. This is a nice price reissue, so happy to have that. Next up, Robert Palmer, Pressure Drop, with its sleeve. This album came out 1975. I'm not sure if this was the debut album or the second album after he left Indica Joe. And I'm just trying to think which the best known tracks are on here. And I'm struggling because I don't really know the album. Pressure Drop, I probably know the song. It's probably one of these albums. When I listen to it, I'll know the songs. It features quite a bit. So it features Little Feat a lot. So recorded in America. So obviously there's a direction on here. I suspect I might find it very southern rock. So I'm looking forward to that. I picked up this. The sleeve's a bit knackered, but hopefully the vinyl might be better. Vinyl looks in better shape. It might be an upgrade on the one I've got already. So, no, never say no to a bit of Pink Floyd if it's going cheap. I say the sleeve's a bit shot, but maybe the vinyl might be it's something I can use. Again, pleased to find this. Robert Plant, Principle of Moments. This came out in 1983. Second solo album, and probably best known track, Big Log, which was the hit single. I got a feeling at this point that Robert Plant, sorry, if I called him Palmer, I apologise. Robert Plant, he was sort of like I think he wanted to be the pop star at that point. So having the hit singles appearing on top of the pops, I think it was a big deal for him. Where Zeppelin didn't release singles, particularly in the UK, I think he may just wanted to have a bit of adulation. I mean, obviously now he's a bit more experimental. He goes with the music. I think he might have been chasing the singles at that time, but I do remember having the album on cassette, or maybe at the time, so I did enjoy it. Next one, Rare Earth. I know the band's name, and I know they were recorded on Prodigal, which is an offshoot of Motown. It was like Motown's rock label. So this is a blind buy, I'll have to say. So I'll give this a listen and see what I think. The Best of Vangelis. Now this is in beautiful condition. This is a German copy that came out. Let's have a look. I think I'm going to need to give this a clean. She's absolutely sticking static. And it doesn't tell me when it came out. I suspect this has hardly ever been played in about 30, 40 years. Careful cleaning. Careful. Static. No, it doesn't. 1979. I'm obviously aware of Vangelis with John Vangelis and Chariots of Fire, but it'd be nice just to have some of his stuff there. So best of's always a good way to dip my toes in. Single that I found. This is Voice of the Beehive. I Think I Love You. This is the song that the Partridge Family are best known for. Produced by Don Was. This is probably their attempt to become really big pop stars. It did okay, but it wasn't the greatest selling single at the time. Woody from Madness was in the band at the time, in between gigs. Let me just have another slurp. The Who. It's Hard. This came out in 1982. Quick follow-up to Funky Face Dances. It's got Athena and it's got Eminence Front. Band toured the Monster Tour of the States and the UK, promoting this album. It was the last album to feature Kenny Jones. The Who then went on a break. I don't think they recorded for another 20 years after that. Sort of like, I don't know where they fell out. Pete Townsend sort of struggled with addiction problems after the death of Keith Moon. I think he just wanted to give up music for a while. This is an upgrade, so you might not think about it when you look at it. I have got a copy of Yes Songs, but my copy only got the first 2 discs. This has got all 3, so and if nothing else, if the first 2 play rubbish, I've at least got the third one to keep me company. Live album from 1973. So the volume 3, the third disc, has got the live version of Close to the Edge. Also, Disgrace and Starship Trooper. So I'm happy to have that. Another Yes album which I hadn't got, and this is Drama. This came out in 1980. It's the album that features the Buggles, basically Trevor Horn and Jeff Nichols. And in the end, it was a brave album to make. I think Chris Squire, I think, always looked for something new for the band. It's just unfortunate that I don't think people really took to Trevor Horn, and that's partly because of the Buggles, and that was a shame. However, it was a blessing in disguise because he got more into production. Obviously, he did 90123 album for him. So, final album from the Pound Bins is an album called Under the Covers, and it's basically an album of cover versions. And the reason I got it is because it's got the Echo and the Bunnymen, People Are Strange. But also on this album, you've got Money's Too Tight for Mention by Simply Red, which was originally done by the Valentine Brothers. Pretenders doing What You're Going to Do About It, Small Faces. The Associates, Love Hangover, Diana Ross. Strawberry Switchblade, Jolene, Dolly Parton. Strawberry Switchblade had a one-hit single, I think in 1985. Brilliant, It's a Man's World by James Brown. Stan Campbell, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, which the Animals did. I've mentioned Echo and the Bunnymen. Interesting, I heard this. Jesus and Mary Chain, Surfing USA, which was interesting to listen. Spirit in the Sky is done by We've Got a Fuzzbox and We're Going to Use It, Norman Greenbaum. I remember them, that was a single they pulled out when it first came out. Everything But the Girl doing their version of Alfie, which Cilla Black did. Mahilda Santine, who I can't remember, doing a version of Love of the Common Man, which Todd Rundgren originally done. And Aztecs Camera's version of Jump by Van Halen, which I had heard before, and it's pretty amazing. So those albums I brought. And while I'm at it, I might as well just show you a couple of albums that I got one on eBay. This, I cannot believe I won this for as little money. Yes, it's missing the insert, but this is Mott the Hoople's Mott album, and it's an original copy. All the way from Memphis, WizKids, Hymns for the Dudes, Honolulu Boogie, Violence, Side 2, Driving Sister, Ballad of Mott the Hoople, I'm a Cadillac Stroke, El Camino de la Rosso, and I Wish I Was Your Mother. I love Mott the Hoople, and if I see anything, I'll go for it and get it. Another band that I really like, I won this off eBay. It's a double album, off the record. It's The Best of the Move. It's got quite a lot of the compilations I'd see. I hadn't got I Can Hear the Grass Grow, which is my favourite song by them. Got obviously Blackberry Ray, Alice Susie, Flowers in the Rain, Fire Brigade, Brontosaurus. This is all really their early stuff. This came out in 1984. So that's all the vinyl. I hope that you enjoyed watching it and enjoyed some of my finds. If you've stumbled across this channel and you like what you see, just click on the subscribe button. 131 subscribers, and that's a perfect point to remind you I've got my 130 subscriber contest, which is nominated and strike induct a band artist into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Got till the end of February, so you've got plenty of time, but I thought just give you a reminder just to trigger your memory cells a little bit. If you like what you see, thumbs up, thumbs down. Feel free to leave comments. I'll always reply back to you. So thank you, VC, for watching. So until the next video, look after yourselves. Keep smiling. Keep spinning. See you later.